Good morning, how are we? Welcome to the Spring Sale 12-hour YouTube hop. So this is a craftathon with myself, Sam Cowcott, Helen Griffin, Vicky Bunn, Monica, and who else have we got? Gemma as well. 6 names to remember. Morning everybody. Gemma's in the comments I've seen already. I've seen Sam there as well. Let me, my screen's right in front of the comments so I can't see you. How are we all doing? It's Thursday. It feels like a Friday because we're doing this. Feels like a Friday. Lots of you watching already. You're up bright and early. Well done. Have you all had breakfast? Hung your washing out? Mind you, it's cloudy here today. I'm hoping the sun's going to come out. There's another load in the washing machine. Fingers crossed. But we have got an amazing day full of crafting from now all the way up until around about 8 p.m. tonight. So whatever you're doing, just have us on in the background, comment if you can. Obviously, if you're watching a channel you've not watched before, make sure you subscribe to that channel too. Yeah, just get involved. We are offering you the sale page, which has got up to 75% off products. Now I'm showing you, I'm focusing on 2 of my textures items this morning, showing you lots of techniques without the machine needed to use them, which is really cool. But lots of other things as well. And every person has like a little selection of products that they're focusing on, but you can click through with their links and you can go and shop with, you know, for everything on the page. I think I'm just going to refresh the page and see whether the items are there. The items are there now. Okay, so the pinned comment has got a link. If you pop through to that link, you'll see all the items with the reduced prices. I mean, I'm scrolling through them now while I'm talking to you. Absolutely phenomenal. A 12 by 12 paper pack. It's only just launched. The Vintage Market, Simply Made Crafts Vintage Market paper pack, £5.99. Usually £11.99, so that's like 50% off. That is right, isn't it? I'll say hello to a few of you in a moment. I'm just going to scroll through and have a look. We have also got some of Katerina Tartar's Happy Hormones items. They're reduced on there. They're new as well. We've got that amazing layering stencil that was from Card Making Magic. It was absolutely beautiful. The thistle one, £4.19. Now, Monica, did you not say to me that you wanted that and it had sold out? I don't know. I think you did. Now I've got some items coming up later on at 2 o'clock on my channel as well. The Colourology powders, Colourpop powders. They are all down to £2.49 now each. But I know not all the colours are there anymore, and some of them are single figure stock, so you need to be really quick. Pop them into your basket. I would say check anything out quickly as well. Now the items that I'm focusing on today are my textures letterpress plates. So I've got 2, but I am letterpressing, but I'm not going to be doing it with a letterpress machine or like a Better Press or the Gemini one. I'm not using those. I'm going to be using my normal everyday die cutting machine. Okay. The only additional thing I've got is a rubber mat, which I know a lot of you have got already. Anyway, go and check out the sale page. That's, like I say, it's all linked in the comments for you. You can go and see that and check out as soon as you possibly can, because some of the items are low. So it's to celebrate the first day of spring. Like I say, I'm hoping the sun's going to come out because it's been out all week so far. Let's say hello to a few of you. Loads of you watching, so I won't be able to say hello to all of you, but I appreciate you all being here. And we'll get some chat going in a little while. So I think Benita was in first. Good morning, Benita. How are you? Joe, good morning as well. Bells Cross hasn't been here for a while, making time while getting the kids dressed for school. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad you can take that extra time out. Try to run in the background, sit the kids down with the phone or something and watch us. It'll be fine. Lynette, good morning. She's going to Norwich, but she'll watch back later. I was going to go to Norwich actually next Friday, but I've changed my mind. Go to Lakeside instead. Don't know Norwich well enough. I need to learn it because it's actually only an hour from me. Alison, good morning. Winifred, good morning to you too. Lynn Parsons, I hope you're all well. Hey Sam. Who have we got? Benita, you're commenting lots. Be careful. Don't want it to happen again where you comment too much and they stop you. Pippa, good morning. A wonderful day in store. Got to go to work soon. Enjoy the last sessions this evening. Absolutely. So you've got me, you've got all of us all the way through every hour. Now each hour you are going to have to skip to another channel. But don't worry, because in the description of each and every video, there is the link to the next hour's channels. Or if you come in and you think, okay, so what this person's playing with today isn't for me, but I missed the 4 p.m. hour, for example, or the 11 a.m, you can go back and watch that as well. So it's all linked for you. If you can't watch all day today, I don't expect many of you can, commit 12 hours to watch all day. Of course, absolutely. You can come in and all weekend, you can just pop in. The videos are going to be here on YouTube. Part of the reason for doing it on YouTube is so these videos stay here indefinitely, so you can always come back and watch. If you ever get a day poorly, you can got 12 whole hours to watch. Here we got Sharon, good morning from Australia. What time is it? Sharon, I don't imagine you'll be watching all day. You've got to get to bed soon, surely. Melly J, good morning. Sharon, hi. Pink RD1, first time live with us. Fantastic, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you'll be inspired. Jean, good morning. 3 a.m. in the US. I think I just woke my husband up. Oh, did we all wake him up? Everybody say good morning to Jean's husband. We've got lots of you today. Lots of you saying you can't stay all day. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I'm so glad you're here with me first thing in the morning. I'm still a little bit sleepy. 8 a.m. is usually my sort of start work time, but I'm very rarely doing videos at this time. I'm usually sitting that makes me laugh, I'll read that in a minute, sitting at my desk eating my breakfast, sort of scrolling through emails by now. It's still a little bit bleary-eyed, so up a bit earlier than usual, and ready a bit earlier than usual this morning. Hannah, good morning. Stopping in for you have to go to IKEA for craft room essentials. You have to go to IKEA. I love that. Yeah, brilliant. What are you getting? Is it just storage, like little bit tubs and things, or is it the big stuff? Exciting either way. Karen, this made me laugh. Karen, she's here all day. She cancelled a meeting, so she's working from home. I love that. I love that. Absolutely brilliant. Gillian was looking on Facebook. Don't worry, it's a common mistake. We're usually on Facebook. Valerie, Natalie, Sharon. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna get Jean in trouble. Put us on silent. Put the captions on. You'll be fine. Okay, so shall we get crafting straight away? Should we get looking at the items? I'm going to give you the prices of the items I've got as well to show you. So let me bring you down to my desk. As I said, the items that I'm showing you today, and apologies, I don't have the packaging for them, but they are the Textures letterpress plates. Now, do not be scared about the fact that these are called letterpress plates, because you do not need a letterpress machine. As you can see, I have got my Creative Craft Products 3-in-1 die cutting machine here, and I'm going to be using this for the whole hour while I show you lots of different techniques with these. At the moment, today, and we don't know how long this spring sale is going to keep these prices for, okay, so certainly today. This one here, which says, I know it's backwards, but it says today is all about you. Oh, I love that. Today's all about you. This one is only £5.49 today. When you see everything you can do with it without needing a machine, grab it, put it in your basket. If that was a stamp at that size, £5.49, would you be putting it in your basket? I'd hazard a guess and say yes, probably. It's like a stamp, but it also letterpresses. You can do lots and lots of different techniques with it. The same with the Magnolia one, but this one is, I'm just checking the prices so I make sure I get it right again. This one is £4.79. Again, a stamp. If you had a stamp that size, a rubber stamp, £4.79, would you put that in your basket? Yes, of course you would, because it's huge, and because you can stamp with it, you can do so much with it. You can heat emboss with these, okay? I'm going to show you that. It looks like foiling if you letterpress and heat emboss. There's so much I want to show you today. It's going to be absolutely, like, really, really busy. Caroline, good morning. Rachel Crafty Moo, got an appointment at 9, but I'll be catching up. Absolutely. This is the beauty of today. You can catch up whenever you want to. Katerina's got to drop the kids at school and then she'll be dipping in and out. Yeah, I'll be watching all day. I'll be in the comments as much as possible whilst doing other things, because I have a launch tomorrow, so which is exciting on CraftStash as well. So just as an example, something that I made recently in a live with this particular item is this card here. So as you can see, it's not your typical letterpressing. Okay, so I did do a little bit of letterpressing to get the outline, and then I used my colouring pencils and I created that card, which was really good fun. And I can't, does anyone remember who watched? Anyone remember which live it was, what day of the week it was? I don't, but it'll be on Facebook somewhere where I sat and coloured that in. So that's something you can do. £4.79, that one. Busy Bunny was on Facebook. A few people were. Don't worry about it. Leanne, are things being uploaded through the day? Is everything loaded that's being used for the demos? I think everything should be there. I'm just going to check the page again. Yeah, I think everything is there for the spring sale items today. These are all the items that we are all going to be using today. Actually, yes, so yeah, I'm just checking everybody's items are there. I believe they all are. And if you've flicked past these items before in the past and you've thought, okay, not for me, wait until you see the demonstrations and what people do with them. That's what I'm hoping this hour is going to be for you with these letterpress plates. You've probably gone past the letterpress. I don't have a machine. I don't have a better press or whatever the Gemini one is. I don't have that, so I'm not going to get that, but I'm going to show you, and as are our other designers, going to show you lots of other things you can do with them. A few other items that we've got on offer, and I think these are worth noting now before they sell out. Do you remember the alphabet soup? Literally launched the other day. Literally launched a couple of weeks ago. I did a live with them. This set is my favourite, the fun alphabet set. All 26 dies, and they're all in a little bag, so they look tiny. They're all about, is it 2 inches tall? I need to measure them again because I forget. Let's take one of them. There we go. An inch tall. My measurements right. 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch tall. So they are a lot. There's a lot of metal in there. Whenever you buy alphabet dies, you're usually paying a pretty penny, and these are half price now, so they're £9.49 for today's sale. So there's those, and this is something that I think is an amazing product, and we very rarely talk about. Flower forming foam. Now I know there's a few different brands of it, and there's different ways of saying it, so I'm not going to pronounce the the brand because I always get it wrong. This one has multiple different colours in. I think there's 10 sheets in, 12 sheets in here. There's obviously a colour that I've used up, and I'm not sure which colour it is. Oh no, there's 4 of the green. So there's 4 of the green, and then you've got 8 of the other colours to create your spring and your Easter flowers with. This is, let me just double check, this is the Tropical Florals, so £2.39. £2.39 for all of this. Now, I have to say, while you're over at Monica's channel later, when she's on, have a little browse through her videos, because if you go back a few years, this is really where Monica started on YouTube, using flower forming foam. But £2.39 is ridiculous. Now we've got lots of other items on sale today. This is just a small selection that I'm showing you. So shall we get straight on with crafting? I will be live for an hour, and then Sam will be live for an hour, and so on and so forth throughout the day, all the way up to 8 p.m. tonight. So, hey Monica, good morning. Lots and lots of comments. Hello, Carol. Sorry about the postage. Damn, that's one of those things, isn't it? But Carol, I hope we can inspire you through the day and keep you company anyway. Good morning, Mel. How are you? Hello, Maureen, not Steve. Hello, Maureen. Celine, good morning. Okay, so I'm going to be using, because this is just my preference, I'm going to be using watercolour cardstock today. Let's start with the Magnolia one, shall we? So shall I just show you? I need to clean it because I have been playing, but I'm going to show you just simple letterpressing. Okay, now as I say, I've already been playing this morning, and these have always got ink in from other things, so I need to make sure there's no ink going to come off onto my cardstock. Because it's metal, you can clean these with anything you want to. All you need to do obviously is just make sure that they are all dry before you put them away, because you don't want to leave metal damp, of course, when you put it in storage. Vicky's still in bed. Come on, Vicky, we've got a busy day. She's having a cuppa in bed. I did that much earlier. Won't be able to chat much as I'm working, but on the laptop next to me. I'm the same today, Joe. So once I've done my live, until my next live, I will be there. I'll be watching in the background. If anyone shouts, Lou, what's this? I'll be able to answer, but I will be crafting. Well, working, crafting, same thing. So my fingers won't be free for constantly typing. Let me see. Pink RD1, I need your first name. Give me your first name. I am just going to get up the US site so that I can have a look at the prices for you as well. I'm assuming you mean from the US site. So let me just see if I can get that up. It's not. Hang on a second. CraftStash. Oh, I see what I've done. I see what I've done. Right, bear with me. Bear with me. Let's get rid of that. I put the wrong, what's it called at the end of a website address where you put .co.uk or .us. Let me see. So what did you want the prices of? So the prices of these letterpress plates for on the US site are $5.99 and $6.99 for these. The Colourpop mixing powders that I'm going to be doing at 2 p.m. are only $3.99. They're usually $6.49. And this is amazing, the flower forming foam is $2.99, $2.99 for you. Is that everything? Oh, the alphabets. Let me just see where the alphabet is. Where is the alphabet? Hasn't, oh no, it's not sold out. So the alphabet that I showed you is $11.99. So $11.99. They are dollars, everybody, just for those who are not watching in the UK. Oh, Louise, you got tonsillitis. You did. I'm sure you did say you had a sore throat. Yeah. Oh, did you say you'd lost your voice the other day? I can't remember. Monica's going to be at work until 2. We'll comment when she can. Absolutely. I love having you all here, whether you can comment or not. Hi Lisa, how are you? Amanda, good, or Mandy, good morning. So let's just do some basic letterpressing with these, because sometimes, say you want something, God forbid, you want something like a sympathy card. And we all need to do them at times, and sometimes simple is best, isn't it? Less colour, just something really beautiful or elegant. Or what about something like a wedding card? Actually, this sentiment, today is all about you, would be perfect for a wedding, wouldn't it? You as in plural, you too. But Tracy, hi from Phoenix, it's 1:15 a.m. Wow, why are you not asleep? But I'm glad you're with me. Now with the letterpress plates, I do use the rubber mat. Okay, so this is the Spellbinders rubber mat. You get 2 in a pack, the A5 ones. I'm not sure if they're on CraftStash anymore. They may have sold out, but there's other places, lots of places you can pick these up. And it doesn't have to be the Spellbinders one at all. You can, of course, use any rubber mat. If you don't have a rubber mat, coincidentally, foam is a really good alternative. Really good alternative for the rubber mat. Hi, Wendy. Inga, good morning. Hope you're well. So I'm going to put my rubber mat down. Then I tend to use watercolour cardstock for letterpressing. A lot of people say you need to use cotton cardstock or cotton paper, and that's ideal because it stretches, but as does watercolour. Watercolour paper, you'll notice if you ever touch cotton cardstock, feels very, very similar. Okay, so, and much cheaper, much less expensive. So I use usually rather inexpensive watercolour cardstock or paper. This is, let me just check the weight for you, because I always get asked about the weight. It's 200 GSM, so it's not a really particularly heavy weight. Just making sure that my plate is on the rubber mat. Okay, so it's facing down, so as you can see, you've got the press there. Let's do that the right way up though. And that's facing down into the rubber. So what's going to happen is the detail in the letterpress plate is going to press into the paper, and because of the rubber, there's going to be enough give to stretch the paper. My normal cutting plate on top. Now with this particular machine, we don't usually cut downwards, but with this you can, because you're not cutting, you're just pressing. So I've got the Creative Craft Products 3-in-1. Now this can be used with something like a Big Shot. And all you need to do is use your normal plates, but take, you know, the thin green, I'm just wondering if I've got one here, I've not got one to hand, the thin mint green plastic plate that comes in with your sandwich. Remove that and put your rubber mat in instead. Okay, and that should be the same, a Big Shot sandwich, that should work for you for letterpressing. Now I've got on here, let's turn this around, I'm actually using the letterpress setting at the top here. It's probably a bit blurry, I've come too close to the camera there, but it says letterpress 2D emboss, so I've got it at letterpress. I then also tighten the pressure, so the bottom dial is all the way round to tight, which is -5, I believe. In fact, I might just lift that up a little touch to minus. I'll put it up to -3. The beauty of letterpressing, if you're not using ink, you can go back in and retry it until you're happy with the impress. Talise, am I saying that correctly? Talise, I'll try to remember that. It's a bit like Louise, isn't it? If it's said correctly. Hi, Sally from Hawaii. Good morning. Oh, sorry. Good evening to you. Good evening. Julia, hello. Good morning. Jane, hi. How are you? What's Monica? People are calling me while I'm. Oh, I know. How rude! Do they not know you're watching us? Good morning, Linda. How are you? So I'm going to run this through really nice and slowly. Like I said, just lessen the pressure. So we'll see if that's enough. But usually that's around the setting I'll use. And you'll notice when you run it through, it's not as much pressure as a die. So you don't have to really press it through. Now I'm just going to, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, lift that up. Look at that. So we've got a beautiful letterpress. Let's look at the other side as well. So pretty. Monica, I was texting too. Good luck today. Oh, that's really sweet. Tracy, yeah, we missed the old phones with cords that hung on the wall. All we had to do all we had to do back then was take the phone off the hook and no one could reach us. Yeah, just literally take it off and put it down on the telephone shelf, usually on the yellow pages. I have so there is a rubber mat with the mini die cutting machine, but I don't think, Jean, this will quite fit through. I'm just going to grab one of my plates. I think it's ever so slightly too wide. Let's have a look. I think I checked this before for someone. Yeah, it's just slightly too wide for the little machine. But if you've got like a big shop, something like that, absolutely fine. So lots of you today. Hey Lorraine, I was talking about you the other day. We were just talking about going up to practical and the day we had. How are you anyway? Marie from Western Australia, good morning or good evening. So that is just letterpressing on its own. This particular one's £4.79 at the moment, but there's lots more we can do with this. We need to add ink next. So that's the technique I did onto the craft cardstock and then coloured in. So I used that as a guideline. But like I say, if you're doing a wedding card or if you're doing a sympathy card or something really elegant, that is just a perfect background, isn't it? Just stunning. I'm just checking. I don't want to miss anyone's comments. I know lots of you are talking to each other as well. Do you want to see an old phone? Look at this. Oh, since we're talking about phones, I know today's all about the spring sale, but you know, reminiscing. Look, I've got one in my. Obviously, it's not wired in, but it's an old phone. I just love the noise of it. It's actually dusty. It's really dusty. It's sat on my shelf for so long. I love that. My husband's got this actually. He was doing some work at a house and they were clearing out all the old stuff and someone threw it in the skip. Can you believe it got thrown in the skip? Now something else I've also got in the back of my shed, which I need my husband to get out for me, is my old typewriter. I've got a teal coloured beautiful typewriter. And I need him to dig it out. Excuse me. Yeah, so we had one a little bit like that, an ugly black one. I bet you wouldn't call it ugly now though, Jane. It would be like retro now, wouldn't it? It'd be really really cool. I'm at work and it was the landline. Oh no. Yeah, so then you got the phones with the that sort of hung on the wall instead, didn't you, and had the push buttons. And yeah, the answer phones on those were hilarious. Right, let's add some ink to. I'm going to foil this one. I'm going to be foiling with one of these as well. I took a screenshot to show my son. Oh, bless you. I'm sure you could find a Google thing, but yeah, I always thought, I know, why is 999 the longest one? Is that so people don't accidentally do it, maybe? It does seem silly, doesn't it? It takes you longer to dial 999 than to give someone CPR themselves. Right, so let's add some ink. Let's add some colour. I'm going to be using the... Oh, I Okay, I was going to be using the Colourology ink, but I've just thrown one. So let's just see if I've got another colour. No, I'm going to have to get that. It was the pink, and I want the pink. Where have you gone? The first proper demonstration, and I've lost. Oh, I see it. You would not believe it's fallen in a box with my old printer in, all the way down the bottom. Please don't tell me I'm going to have to get that printer out to get it. Hey, I got it. Feel like that's a Monday morning type thing. I used to have to sit with my nan and granddad and play with the phone like that. Yeah, I used to play with things. My nan, I just remember all the old things I used to play with. She used to have a collection of thimbles, actually. And I loved them. I used to play with them. I used to give them all names, like that's the mummy thimble, that's the daddy one, they're the children, they're the aunts and uncles, they've come to visit, and all these things. Great fun. The things our grandparents had. I'm actually looking forward to, it sounds awful, I'm looking forward to one day having to help clear out my auntie's house. So my auntie's not living there anymore, but we haven't got access to the house at the moment, but we will have. And it's like it's a house that stood still in time for the last 40, 50 years, probably longer, probably since my dad was a boy, he lived there. And I can't imagine the treasures that are in there when we finally get in there to get everything out. There's going to be so much, I'm sure. I don't think a single newspaper or anything left that house for years. We had it so good back then and we didn't even realise it. I know, no computers. Okay, so I'm going to add, this is the Colourology inks, premium dye ink. So this is quite new to CraftStash. I'm going to ink up the flowers. Now for this, I could be really, really precise. Okay, I could get my stencil brushes and I could dab the ink on like this. But if you know me, I'm an impatient crafter. Yeah, it will be interesting, Jane. Obviously, you know, sad. What's the word? We'll reminisce a lot, me and my cousins, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm in a bad way. I'm quite excited to do that. I love vintage, old vintage, like antique shops. One of the best days ever would be going round old craft shops and old antique shops and things. Love it. I'm just going to take well, we call them cotton bud, but a Q-tip, and just lift some of the ink off of a few of the leaves, although not too much. Oh, I missed a flower. Ah, a little one down the bottom. Now this is a dye ink. It's not going to dry very quickly at all. Okay, and if you want to, I'm just going to take a little bit of the ink out from the centers here. Okay, just a touch. It doesn't really matter if that transfers. Then I'm going to go in with the green. So I've got emerald green and I'm going to go on the leaves. Now if you notice on, say, a rose, those leaves on a rose usually have a bit of pink in them, have a bit of red in them, don't they? So for that reason, I'm not so worried about the pink that's in these leaves, or vice versa, about the green that might have transferred into the petals. So if the colours overlap a little bit, I'm okay with that. Like I say, you can be more precise if you prefer with a blending brush. Good morning, Laura. Almost forgot about this. We'll be doing jobs while watching. Fantastic 12 whole hours we've got today. Now, as you can see, I've gone on to a piece of paper. So this time, because I've got the ink on there and I don't really want to be touching that, I'm going to put my plate down first. So for those of you who have just joined, we have got amazing deals and offers today on lots of items at CraftStash. We've got a handful of items that we're all going to be using throughout the day. We've got a link comment there, a pinned comment, sorry, with links through to CraftStash. You'll see the craft along there. Click on it, you've got all the items. There's just lots going on, lots and lots going on. This particular item is only £4.79. This one, which I'm going to do in a minute, and I'm going to do some foiling with it. Not foiling, but looks like foiling. This one is £5.49. Amazing for letterpress plates. Now, for this, when I put this down, I'm worried about smudging it. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead, put a little bit of low tack tape on the top corner and another little bit on the other top corner. Okay, I'm going to just hover that over and lift it up and stick the tape to the plate. Okay, by doing that, when I put it down, it's not going to wiggle side to side. Okay, pop it down, there we go. Claire, I nearly called you Fancy. Oh, Claire, my grandma's house was like that. She basically lived stuck in the 1950s when her granddad died and didn't want to change anything. It is very sweet, and you know, happy, they're happy. Sound like there are lots of treasures in my auntie's home. Yeah, well, it was my nanny's home. And then my auntie lived in it. Obviously, my dad grew up there as well, and his other sister too. So the other sister has already said that me and my brother and my 2 cousins are in charge of cleaning it up. I love the new inks and Colourpop powders. I have them all. So I'm going to be using Colourpop powders, Monica, in the 2 p.m. hour. I'm going to be playing with those and showing everybody how to use those. So this time I'm putting the rubber mat on top. As long as you've got the paper sandwiched between the letterpress plate and the rubber mat, it doesn't matter which way round you do it. So same combination. I've got it on my letterpress setting on my die cutting machine, and I have, let me just check, tightened the pressure. It was -3, so run this through. And now we're just transferring the ink as well. It is very sweet. It's very sweet. Good morning, Helen. How are you? So Helen's going to be on today twice as well, live twice on her channel. Any of the channels today, if you've not, like I say, if you've not subscribed to them already, we'd love it if you could. Make sure you're commenting, and obviously check out the products. So we can already see we've got the impression, and there we've got the ink as well. How pretty is that? It makes it super, what's the word, elegant, when the ink is actually pressed in and you've got, can you see the shape? It's not just a stamp. You can just stamp with this. If I get time, I'll show. In fact, let's quickly show you the stamping. It's not quite as accurate, but yeah, you can see you've got it, the ink pressed into the cardstock. It's so beautiful, and I love this because it's not going to smudge because it's in all the ingrains. Everyone's saying good morning to Helen. I'll call you Fancy. Okay. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. So very quickly, let's just run over. I'm not going to do it on this. I'm going to do it on a bit of paper. I'll show you basic stamping if you don't want the letterpress, and then I will be moving on to the other plate as well. So let's just do the basic stamping. Add a bit more ink. So I do this on a scrap piece of paper. So everybody who's in the comments, so we've seen, well, everybody. So we've got Sam, Helen, Gemma, Monica, and Gemma, and Vicky. I've seen you all in the comments. If you're still there, do you want to let everybody know in the comments what you're going to be doing today? What you're going to be using, what you're going to be playing with, because I organised this, and I actually gave the 3 design team members, which is I was going to say Helen, sorry Helen, no, you're a designer. So Vicky, Monica and Gemma, I gave them all a selection of products that they haven't used before, so, or certainly not live in a video. So Monica's going to be using, it's just paper. Hey Tracy, good morning. Gemma's going to be using a licensed product, and Vicky is using Card Making Magic, I believe. Is that all right, girls? I prefer to call you girls than ladies. Makes us all sound much younger, doesn't it? In fact, we're all quite similar ages. So I've got my inked plate here. Now I've probably chatted far too long, but that'll be fine. It's a dye ink, so it shouldn't dry. So I'm putting the plate on there. Now I'm putting it on a rubber mat. Okay. Now for this, you don't need watercolour cardstock. This is because we are not going to be, spit my words out today, they're really not coming. We're not going to be stretching the cardstock. What time is it now? Here, it's now 8:30 in the morning, 8:35 in the morning. I've just, I think I've either just kicked my printer or my son started printing something. Stand by my feet, it just started making noises. I'm just going to use ordinary plain white smooth cardstock, not watercolour this time. And I'm going to tape it to my stamp platform. So make sure your stamp platform is the correct way round. I think I just kicked my printer. I've got a new printer and it sticks out a bit further than usual. So now I prefer actually to do this with a pigment ink. It's a little bit thicker, it just sort of sits a little bit higher. But usually we can get a pale, a nice sort of subtle stamp. And if you need to add more ink, you can, which I think I will do. In fact, let's go in with let's use my pigments. Oh, hang on a minute. I have to be careful here. I can't do this with the paper underneath because it's got to be in exactly the same place. But you can see you can stamp. In fact, you could probably put a scrap piece of paper underneath. Let's go. Seedless Preserves is around about the right sort of colour, isn't it? I'll just add a little bit more ink. I can soon, because these are water-based, I can soon clean my rubber mat if I need to, but it doesn't matter if it has ink on it, does it? I'm just trying not to move it. It's the most important thing. And let's see if I can get this in the same place. What do you think? Think I've moved it? Probably. We'll see. Press that all over. So because though you've got the rubber mat, you have a little more give there, a little more wiggle. That's better. Just that top corner, but I think I've not got ink on there. I think it was this corner round here, wasn't it? I think I haven't, yeah, the ink's a bit dry around there, but as you can see. And then because I'm wondering, not sure if I can, the dye ink this wouldn't work with, but where you've got the water-based oxide that I put on, which is a pigment ink, you should be able to then use some water, paint inside and drag some of that out before it dries too much. So I'm not sure if there's enough ink on there, but if you just use watercolour inks, can you see that colour starting to fade out this way just a touch? And you could colour in the flowers and colour in the leaves. That is, there you go, that is starting to come out. Look, just needs to react a minute or two to react, so then you can colour in your image. So you can do stamping with them. I just need to spend a little more time putting a wetter ink on there. Right, I'm going to pop this to the side. Let's give it a clean. And let's move on to the other plate. Sorry about the jiggling of the camera if it's doing so. Let me see, Hannah. So let me see. Let's go back. I don't want to miss anybody. Hi, Helen. Sam. Showstopper card at 9 AM. So I'm finishing at 8, and you go straight over to the Mixed Up Craft channel and see Sam do a showstopper card. Like I said, everything's linked in the description of every video, so don't worry about missing anything. You won't. You'll be able to find all the links for all the different times. If there's any you particularly want to watch, set an alarm. Go and set your notifications so that you get a reminder so you don't miss anything if you're popping in and out. Right, so let's now work with this one and let's do some heat embossing. So yeah, Sam's doing that at 9. Then at 10 AM is Vicky, Crafty Heaven. That's Vicky. She's using card making magic products, which Vicky, I don't think you've used them in a live before, have you? And then at 3 PM, she's using a mixture of Simply Made Crafts and Card Making Magic. Fantastic. So a bit of both there. I love mixing brands. Who's Gemma? Are you 12? Sorry, are you 11 AM? I believe. And Monica's at 12. She'll be using Justin Hovey's products. It's just paper. And I'll show you my favourite fancy fold card. Ooh, can't wait to see that. Gemma using Made to Surprise Magic Colour Slide with Care Bears to make 2 fun cards. I'm loving today already. Loving today already. Good morning, Margaret. How are you? How are you? I'm just checking the comments. I don't want to miss anybody. Great excuse to sit and do nothing except watch you all day, Mandy. Absolutely. Busy bunny. I can't believe how lucky I am to have the day off and be able to spend it with you lovely crafty ladies. Well, we are so grateful you get to spend it with us. Who's the next designer? That's Sam. Sam is on her Mixed Up Craft channel at 9 a.m. Yay is right. Yay. Diogo, good morning to you. How are you? Hope you're well. Diogo, you need to comment more. Hopefully I can give you some inspiration. You will. Gemma, you are so inspiring. Honestly, all of you ladies. And you're also different as well, which I love. Absolutely love. Can you spray the plate or does that make a mess? Spray the plate with ink. You can, but if you're not just touching the very surface, it will make a mess. You could do it. If you're not just touching the very, very surface raised areas, then you're going to get solid image more. So it is a bit messy, but it's worth a try. If you can just get your settings so or your pressure so you're just touching the top surface, you might get a good impression. No, Vicky doesn't use card making magic at all, so it's very different for her. Yes, I like to test you. Good morning, Cara. How are you? Lots of people saying hello to Diogo as well. Say hi to Diogo. Diogo, can I spill who you are? I was supposed to be doing a 12-hour shift at work today. So glad. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here with us as well. Right. Now, foiling something that, you know, I think we all love the look of, but it is one of those things that, oh, you need the machine, you know, you need a lot, don't you? You need the foils as well, and then there's hot foiling, and then there's cold foiling, and yeah, it gets a little bit pricey. Well, with this, you can get the foiled effect. I won't say you can do foiling. You can get the foiled effect. And I'm going to do just that. So I'm going to use clear. Let's use the Colorology clear ink. So this is an embossing ink. Yeah, nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. And I'm going to go all over today is all about you letterpress. So this is the one that is £5, just double check the price, £5.49 now. Really, really beautiful detail in this. Now, the only thing with this you need to be sure of is that you are covering the entire plate. Okay. So lots and lots of ink. Because it's clear, you can't see where you're stamping. Hang on a minute. Who is Diogo? I'm just waiting to see if he's still there and if he's going to let us. Claire, you've got it. Claire, you've got it. If anyone's wondering what we're talking about. Hello, Monica from Hamburg. Hello, how are you? Lisa has a Gemini Junior. Has anyone used the letterpress plates with it? Should they work? Yeah, the letterpress plates, these are actually made by Spellbinders. So if you've got any machine that will take Spellbinders letterpress plates, these will work. Okay, on the packaging, you'll see that on the website. The packaging does say compatible with the Better Press, which is the Spellbinders brand. But I believe they do work in the Gemini one as well. Is that right? But you can, if you can add shims just to adjust the pressure, you'll be good. But in my big shot, I use the same pressure as die cutting. I just take one thin plate out. So I'm sure there's always ways of adjusting the pressure correctly. Remove a plate, pop shims in to do what you need to do. So in the same way, hang on a minute, I've done this wrong. I don't know why I've put that on there. There we go. Whoop. There, on there. So in the same way as I did with the ink before, because I don't want the ink to smudge, I'm going to tack down that end first, drop that on, pop that over the top and run it through. I need those plates. Which ones are they? Oh, these, the textures ones. Did you not get them, Monica? I'm surprised you didn't get them. These were part of the Secret Garden collection. Sam, I'll have to be put into detention for missing your live at 9. Thank you, Pippa. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you can pop in now and then. So I think he's probably popped in and gone again. Diogo was CraftStash stick. And bought us the lovely mugs. Lovely mugs. I have the Creative Craft Products die cutting and embossing machine, but I haven't used it yet. I love having the plates nice and clean. I know. Can you? So which one is it? So I did share a link because this at the moment there aren't replacement plates for this, but in the meantime there are other ways of putting another plate in. So I like to use. I don't know where my plate is. I'm not sure where my spare plate is, but there's another A5 self-healing mat. So first of all, if you like the look of a watermark stamp, look at that, beautiful. Now quickly, while that's wet, I'm going to add some gold. So gold embossing powder. Because the areas are dipped down, it usually makes the cleanup a lot easier. How am I doing for time? 15 minutes. What I'll do is I will probably finish at 5:02 to give everybody time to go and get another coffee before you sit and watch Sam. Right, so I'm just going to go over my bin and flick, and that's how I get the last bits off. Perfect. Just one little flick. Stick, yeah, it was CraftStash stick. Let me see. I was wondering if self-healing mats worked. Yes, and the beauty of this machine is because you can adjust the pressure by millimeters at a time, you're going to be able to, whatever plate you use, whatever thickness it is, you can adjust the pressure to fit. So there we go. That's a better view, isn't it? You can see the light there. So just heating that, and then you get a foiled effect because it's letterpress. Because it's letterpressed, so as such debossed, it looks like it's sort of foiled and pressed in the same way foiling would. I don't really want to do that on my lovely mat. Oh, there's a little bit there I didn't rub off. It's too late now, I've melted it. How cool. I like to do this on a dark colour cardstock. Black, navy blue or burgundy like this. I absolutely love to do it this way. It's pretty, isn't it? There we go. So that's the Today is All About You one, and I've made it look like it's foiled, so obviously I trimmed down this to make it more square, mat that onto a card, and you're done. You know, the beauty of watching from home. Lou breaks, coffee breaks, bit of housework. Yeah, absolutely, have us on in the background. Looking forward to seeing your nails, Gemma. Have you just had your nails done? Have I missed that? I'm excited. Oh, is this something only Helen knows about? I'm going to be watching just for your nails. I know Sam's having her nails done between videos. She said the 9 AM and the 7 PM video, she's going to have different colour nails in because she's having them done between. So interesting. What colours are you going for? I know you're red now, sort of reddy, yeah, red, deep purple, red colours, aren't you? So what colours are you going for, Sam, later today? These plates didn't think I needed. This is the thing, and Katerina's just said it. With these two letterpress plates, because they are called letterpress plates, and they were, like I say, they were made by spellbinders, you'd probably automatically think, well, if I don't do letterpressing, if I don't have a letterpress machine, I can't do that. I wouldn't do that. Well, that's absolutely not the case, because you can. As you can see, I haven't brought out a single letterpress machine. The only thing I've got is a rubber mat, and I think a lot of us got that. A lot of us have that. Loving YouTube because I can watch them. Yes, YouTube, you can watch them, watch on your TV, can't you? Has anyone got us on the big TV today? Anyone else? Mate, yeah, so I don't know, Sam is watching. I'm not sure if she watched the live yesterday when I was saying, so I was doing my nails pink and I was saying to my mum, if I just did some teal dots on here and maybe some white stripes on here, I'd have MTS nails. How cool would that be? Maybe a little bit of gold thrown in there as well. No, it's silver, isn't it? It's on the packaging, or is it gold? I've forgotten. I think it might be gold. I'm not sure. A little bit, tiny bit of foiling somewhere. We'll see. Gemma's new nails will be on at 5 o'clock on her live. Gemma, it's your first live on YouTube, isn't it? At 5 PM as well. Excited to see that. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. We'll all be rooting for you, but you know, you'll smash it. You're very talented. And Monica's just started doing lives as well recently. So, yeah, she's doing really, really well. It's just about chatting, isn't it? Just keep talking. I think Sam should go for a nice blue for you, as it's your favourite colour. Sam, do you choose your nail colour before you get there, or do you just choose on the day? So one more thing I want to show you quickly. We've got 5 minutes left before we finish. This letterpress that I did right at the very beginning, just to show you the emboss that you get. You can also ink these. So let's take, what beautiful colours have we got? Let's do some pink and some purple and some blue. So I'm going to use my brayer across both of them. These are the Colorology ones again. Which way shall I go? If I go this way, then let's go again and do a bit of an ombre. There we go. So you can start to pick that out. Now you can also go direct to paper. This uses a lot more ink, but as you can see, it picks out the detail a lot quicker. Look at that. So then you've got this, like, I suppose, resist almost, just where you've got that emboss. Now you can also do that on the other side. Obviously, if you were to spritz that with water, these are water reactive. If you were to spritz that with water, the water is going to seep down into the grooves. So then you will lose that part, that negative part that you've got. I choose on the day. My backing. Oh, it's kind of silverish holographic. Yeah, beautiful. Let me show you with this one. Now obviously I've got ink on there already, but you can do the same on this side, and you can pick out, this is finer detail on this one. This is actually the back, and you can pick the detail out this way as well. I probably prefer this way. Look, a really artsy background with that print in. Another background made, very different look. That one's more solid, that one's finer. But again, all from these same letterpress plates. Let's have a little clean up. Now the Colorology inks are not on offer today, certainly not in the spring sale, but they are still available. As I say, they are water reactive in the same way as distress inks are. So if I just show you here, like I say, this is just going to bleed it into, but you start to see that reacting and blending. So they do react in the same way as a distress ink would. So you can do your smooshing and things with them. It's now dripping everywhere, so let's just put this to the side completely. I need to have a clean up now, and then a second breakfast, I think. My porridge is only going to hold me for so long. So with these letterpress plates, we just did the letterpressing, didn't we? And then the inking afterwards. So we did that. We also just inked. We stamped, which is still attached to my stamp platform, and we did the foiling as well. Now I was going to make a card, and I was going to use the foiled piece. No, I wasn't. I was going to foil with this one onto something like navy blue, and then put some gold letters on it as well to finish it off as a sentiment, but I've run out of time. So these are £9.49 for the whole alphabet at the moment in the spring sale. And another bargain I have to show you, if you like your flowers, I know Monica, I don't know if you were here when I was saying, Monica does, or has done in the past, lots of like foam flowers, shaping, making flowers. This is £2. Is it £2.39? I thought it was going to be £2.49. £2.39. I'm just going to double check. I'm talking in pounds, by the way. Yeah, £2.39 for a whole pack of 12 sheets. You get 4 of the green as well, and these are the tropical colours. So you can do your spring and Easter makes with it. Now on 2 o'clock, I'm going to be using the Colorology. So I'm going to be using the mixing powders. These are all £2.49 as well on the UK site. I think it was $3.99 on the US site. I'll just double check that for you. Oh, that amazing lacy 3D embossing folder from Simply Made Crafts is in the sale as well. I mean, it's just launched. Crazy. £3.99. I'll grab the colours that we've got remaining of these, and we'll be playing with these and doing lots of techniques with these too. Yeah, Monica loves making flowers. Which embossing powder did you use? I used a Ranger one. So I used the Ranger Princess Gold. I love this. It's not sparkly. It's not too dull. It's just, for me, it's a perfect gold. What I like. Let me see. Monica will be your third live on YouTube. Of course it will go well. You're an expert now. Sam's gone to get a coffee, so she's going to be on her Mixed Up Craft channel in just 5 minutes. So I'm going to go now. And I'm going to, let me bring you back to me, sorry. I'm going to go now, and I'm going to wash up and clean up my desk and go and have a drink and sit and watch Sam. So like I say, I will be in the comments all day. Any questions, just shout. I'm not going to be typing all day because I've got other things to do, because I do have a launch tomorrow, but I'll be back at 2 p.m. So enjoy the day, everybody. Take advantage of the Craftathon sale, the spring sale. It's the first day of spring. Hopefully that sun is going to make an appearance as well, so we can all get our washing out, and I'll see you at 2 p.m. So yeah, enjoy your day, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you in a few hours. Thank you.